Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare Kennedy half-dollar coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. Today we are traveling into the fascinating world of American coin history, where a single half-dollar can turn ordinary pocket change into a legendary treasure. Imagine holding a coin that carries the face of President John F. Kennedy, a symbol of hope, history, and mystery. Now imagine that same coin hiding rare details that most people overlook, details that can quietly transform it into something collectors dream about. This is the story of the United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1972, struck at the Denver Mint, a coin that deserves your full attention from the first second to the last. When this coin was released, America was changing fast. The Kennedy half-dollar was already special because it was created to honor a beloved president, and by 1972, the coin had moved fully into the copper-nickel era. Millions were produced, and at first glance this coin looks common. Many people spent it, saved it in drawers, or forgot about it completely. But hidden within this massive production are rare varieties and striking errors that make certain examples incredibly valuable and deeply exciting for collectors. The Denver Mint mark on this coin is small, but its importance is huge. Some 1972 D half-dollars were struck with unusual die characteristics that set them apart from the rest. One of the most talked about features is the missing designer initials on the reverse. Normally, the letters F and G appear near the eagle, honoring the designer Frank Gasparo. On some coins, these letters are weak or completely missing. This happened because the dies were over-polished at the mint, removing fine details. To the untrained eye it looks normal, but to a collector, it is a thrilling discovery. Another factor that makes this coin exciting is doubling. Certain examples show doubled details in the lettering and numbers, especially in the date and the words on the obverse. This is not damage from wear, but a true mint error created during the die-making process. When light hits these letters just right, the doubling almost jumps out, giving the coin a bold and dramatic look. Collectors love these errors because they tell a story of how the coin was born. Imperfect yet unique, condition plays a powerful role in this coin's appeal. Most 1972 D half-dollars were used in circulation, which means high-grade examples are far scarcer than people think. Coins with sharp strikes, strong luster, and clean surfaces stand out immediately. When a rare variety is combined with exceptional condition, the result is something truly special. This is why collectors carefully inspect every detail, from Kennedy's hair to the eagle's feathers, searching for strength, clarity, and originality. What makes this coin especially interesting is that many valuable examples are still hiding in plain sight. Old collections, inherited rolls, and forgotten bank boxes sometimes reveal surprises. The thrill of possibly finding a rare variety keeps collectors searching and watching videos like this one until the very end. Every time you look at a 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar, you are not just holding metal, you are holding a piece of American minting history with the potential for discovery. Collectors who love this coin appreciate more than just money. They enjoy the hunt, the research, and the satisfaction of recognizing something rare where others see nothing special. This coin teaches patience, attention to detail, and respect for craftsmanship. That is why coin lovers should listen carefully, study closely, and never rush past a Kennedy half-dollar without giving it a second look. And now let us talk about value, because this is what everyone waits for. A normal circulated 1972 D Kennedy half-dollar is usually worth only its face value. However, examples with the missing designer initials in nice condition can sell for tens of dollars in the real market. High-grade uncirculated pieces with strong luster can reach into the hundreds. The finest known examples with rare errors and top condition have achieved auction results in the range of several $1,000s, with the highest prices reaching into the low five-figure range in words at major auctions. Coin number 2. We are diving deep into one of the most misunderstood and quietly fascinating coins in United States history, a coin that many people have heard about but very few truly understand. This is the rare Kennedy half-dollar dated 1973, a coin that represents a turning point in American coinage and a hidden opportunity for collectors who know what to look for. From the moment this video begins, I want you to slow down, listen carefully, and stay with me until the end, because this story is not just about a coin, it is about rarity created by history, mistakes, and limited availability. The year 1973 was unusual for the Kennedy half-dollar. Unlike many other years, these coins were never officially released into general circulation. Instead, they were produced only for collectors through government-issued mint sets. That single fact already places this coin in a different category. Millions of Americans never received this coin in change, never spent it, and never saved it in jars. Because of that, surviving examples are far scarcer in the real world than people expect, especially when compared to earlier or later dates. Most 1973 Kennedy half-dollars were carefully stored away from the beginning, but that does not mean they are all perfect. Some coins left the mint with weak strikes, contact marks, and visible flaws. Others were damaged over time by improper storage. Finding a well-preserved example with strong detail, original luster, and no distractions is harder than it sounds. This challenge is exactly what makes collectors so passionate about this coin. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is the presence of mint errors and varieties. Some coins show missing or very weak designer initials on the reverse. These initials are small, but their absence transforms an ordinary coin into something special. This happened because of excessive die polishing at the mint, which removed fine details. To the average person, it looks normal. To a trained collector, it is a rare and valuable variety. Doubling is another feature collectors search for closely. Certain examples display doubled lettering in the date, the word Liberty, or the motto. This is not damage or wear. It is a true mint error created during the die preparation process. When viewed under magnification, the doubling adds depth and character, making the coin stand out dramatically. These errors are subtle, which means many still go unnoticed. Strike quality also plays a major role. On some 1973 half-dollars, Kennedy's hair appears flat, and the eagle's feathers lack definition. Strongly struck coins with full detail are much harder to find. When a coin shows sharp hairlines, clear facial features, and a bold eagle, collectors immediately take notice. Combine that with original mint luster and a clean surface, and you have a coin that commands serious attention. What truly makes this coin exciting is that it rewards patience and knowledge. Many collectors overlook 1973 because they assume it is common. But experienced coin lovers know that rarity is not only about mintage numbers, it is about how many quality examples survive today. This coin proves that even modern-era pieces can become desirable when history limits their availability. Now let us talk about value, the moment many viewers wait for. A normal 1973 Kennedy half-dollar from a mint set is generally worth a small premium over face value. Well-preserved uncirculated examples can sell in the real market for amounts described in words as ranging from a few dollars to several tens of dollars depending on condition. Coins with missing designer initials, strong doubling, or exceptional strike quality can reach values in the hundreds in words. The finest known examples with rare errors and top-level preservation have achieved auction prices described in words as reaching into the low thousands at major auctions. Coin number 3. We are stepping into a part of American coin history that many people overlook, yet experienced collectors know can hide surprising value. This video is dedicated to the United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1988 struck at the Denver Mint. At first glance, this coin may seem modern and ordinary, but if you stay with me and listen carefully, you will understand why this coin deserves attention and why coin lovers should never ignore it. By 1988, the Kennedy half-dollar had already become more of a collector coin than a circulating one. Fewer people used half-dollars in daily transactions, which means many coins from this era were stored away, spent rarely, or saved in rolls. The Denver Mint produced a large number of these coins, but high-quality examples with special characteristics are far more difficult to find than most people think. The design itself remains powerful and emotional. President John F. Kennedy's portrait still carries historical weight, and the strong details of his hair, profile, and expression are key points collectors study closely. On the reverse, the presidential seal with the eagle, shield, and stars must be sharp and well defined to be considered desirable. Many 1988 D half dollars were struck with weak pressure, resulting in flat details, especially in Kennedy's hair and the eagle's feathers. Coins with full detail immediately stand out. One of the most exciting reasons collectors search for this coin is the presence of mint errors and varieties. Some 1988 D Kennedy half dollars show doubled dies, where the date, letters, or motto appear slightly doubled due to mistakes during die creation. This doubling is subtle and often missed, which is why patience and magnification are so important. When discovered, these errors transform an ordinary coin into something rare and highly collectible. Another error that adds value is die deterioration and die cracks. Certain examples display raised lines, cracks, or unusual textures caused by worn dies used too long at the mint. While many people assume these are flaws, collectors recognize them as evidence of the minting process itself. Some coins even show off center strikes or clipped planchets, which are dramatic errors that instantly draw attention. Condition is everything for this coin. Because many were stored loosely in bags or rolls, contact marks are common. Finding a 1988 D Kennedy half dollar with clean fields, bright original luster, and minimal marks is challenging. Coins graded at the highest levels are extremely scarce and highly competitive among collectors. Proof-like surfaces on business strike coins are especially desirable and can significantly increase interest. What makes this coin especially interesting is that it represents a modern-era challenge. Unlike older silver coins, value here comes from knowledge, not metal content. Collectors who enjoy searching through rolls and collections love this coin because valuable examples can still be found without spending a fortune up front. This keeps the excitement alive and makes every discovery feel rewarding. For coin lovers watching this video, this is a reminder to slow down and look closely. The 1988 D Kennedy half dollar teaches that rarity is often hidden in small details. A slight doubling, an unusual strike, or exceptional preservation can make all the difference. This is why experienced collectors say knowledge is the most valuable tool you can own. Now we come to the moment everyone waits for: the value and worth of this coin. A normal circulated 1988 D Kennedy half dollar is typically worth face value. Uncirculated examples with average quality often sell in the real market for amounts described in words as a few dollars. High-grade uncirculated coins with strong strike and original luster can reach values in words of several tens of dollars. Coins with confirmed double die errors, major mint errors, or top-level graded condition have achieved auction prices described in words as reaching into the hundreds and, in rare cases, the low thousands at major auctions. Coin number 4. We are opening a new chapter in the story of American coin collecting, a chapter that many people skip too quickly without realizing what they might be missing. This video is all about the United States of America Kennedy half dollar dated 1992 with the Philadelphia Mint strike. At first look, this coin feels modern, familiar, and ordinary. But if you stay with me, slow down, and really listen, you will discover why this coin can become something truly special in the hands of a careful collector. By 1992, the Kennedy half dollar had largely disappeared from everyday circulation. Most people were no longer using half dollars for shopping or change, which quietly changed the destiny of this coin. Many were stored in bags, rolls, or mint packaging, while others were struck but never widely released into daily use. This created an unusual situation where availability exists on paper, yet high-quality examples are surprisingly difficult to locate today. The Philadelphia Mint strike carries its own character. Coins from this mint often show differences in strike pressure and surface texture compared to other mints. On the 1992 P half dollar, collectors carefully study Kennedy's hair above the ear, the sharpness of the jawline, and the strength of the lettering in Liberty and the date. Weak strikes are common, especially in the central details. A coin with full detail instantly stands out and sparks excitement. The reverse of the coin tells another part of the story. The eagle's feathers, shield lines, and stars should be crisp and bold. Many examples show softness in these areas, which makes sharply struck coins far more desirable. Collectors know that strong strikes from this year are not easy to find, and that rarity adds to the appeal. Errors and varieties are where this coin becomes truly exciting. Some 1992p Kennedy half dollars show doubled dies, especially noticeable in the date, the word Liberty, and the motto. This doubling is the result of mistakes during die preparation, not damage or wear. Under magnification, these details appear thickened or shadowed, turning a normal coin into a conversation piece. Another variety collectors search for is missing or weak designer initials on the reverse. Excessive die polishing sometimes removed fine details, including the initials near the eagle. Coins with this feature are subtle, quiet rarities that only careful eyes notice. There are also examples with die cracks, cuts, and unusual textures caused by worn dies, all of which tell a story of the minting process in motion. Condition plays a powerful role in the value of this coin. Many 1992p half dollars were stored loosely, leading to contact marks and dull surfaces. Finding one with clean fields, strong luster, and minimal marks is challenging. Coins with proof-like surfaces, even though they are business strikes, are especially attractive to collectors and can command strong interest. What makes this coin so enjoyable for collectors is the balance between accessibility and challenge. It is not an ancient coin locked away in museums. It is a modern piece that can still be found in collections, rolls, and estates. The thrill comes from knowing that with patience and knowledge, a special example can still be discovered. For coin lovers watching this video, this is an invitation to look closer and listen carefully. The 1992p Kennedy half dollar proves that rarity is not always loud. Sometimes it whispers through small details, subtle errors, and exceptional preservation. That is why experienced collectors never rush past a coin like this. Now we reach the moment everyone waits for, the value and worth. A normal circulated 1992p Kennedy half dollar is generally worth face value. Uncirculated examples with average quality often sell in the real market for amounts described in words as a few dollars. High-grade uncirculated coins with strong strike and original luster can reach values in words of several tens of dollars. Coins with confirmed double die errors, missing designer initials, major mint errors, or top-level graded condition have achieved auction prices described in words as reaching into the hundreds and, in rare cases, the low thousands at major auctions. Coin number 5. We are stepping into a modern chapter of American coin collecting that hides more excitement than most people ever imagine. This video is all about the United States of America Kennedy half dollar dated 1998 struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Many collectors pass over this coin too quickly, thinking it is too modern to matter. But if you stay with me from beginning to end, you will understand why this coin can be special, why knowledgeable collectors pay close attention to it, and why it deserves a place in serious collections. By 1998, the Kennedy half dollar had almost vanished from everyday circulation. Most Americans rarely saw half dollars in their change, and banks ordered fewer of them each year. Because of this, many 1998p half dollars were struck mainly for storage, rolls, and collector demand rather than daily use. This shift quietly changed the story of the coin. Availability on paper does not always mean availability in high quality, and that is where the mystery begins. The Philadelphia Mint is known for producing coins with varying strike strength, and the 1998p Kennedy half dollar is no exception. Collectors carefully examine Kennedy's hair, especially above the ear and along the part line. Weak strikes are common in these areas. Coins with strong, crisp hair detail immediately stand out. The facial features, lettering in Liberty, and the date must be bold and clean to be considered desirable. Turning to the reverse, the eagle tells another important part of the story. The feathers, shield lines, and stars should show sharp definition. Many examples from this year show softness in the eagle's breast and wings. A well-struck reverse with full feathered detail is far scarcer than people expect. When both sides show strength, collectors take notice quickly. Errors and varieties are where the 1998p Kennedy half dollar becomes truly exciting. Some examples show doubled dies, visible in the date, the word Liberty, or the motto. This doubling comes from mistakes during die preparation, not from damage after the coin was made. Under magnification, the letters appear thicker or slightly shadowed, adding character and rarity to the coin. Another variety collectors search for is weak or missing designer initials on the reverse. Excessive die polishing sometimes removed fine details, including these small initials near the eagle. These coins look normal at first glance, which is why many still go unnoticed. There are also coins with die cracks, die chips, and unusual raised lines, all signs of worn dies pushed beyond their limits at the mint. Condition plays a huge role in determining desirability. Many 1998 p half dollars were stored in bags or rolls, leading to contact marks and dull surfaces. Finding one with clean fields, bright original luster, and minimal marks is challenging. Coins with proof-like surfaces, even though they are business strikes, are especially attractive and command strong interest among collectors. What makes this coin so appealing is that it rewards patience and knowledge rather than luck alone. It is a modern coin that can still be found without massive investment, yet it offers the thrill of discovery. Roll hunters and collectors enjoy searching for this date because valuable examples are still out there, waiting to be recognized. For coin lovers watching this video, this is a reminder to slow down and look closely. The 1998 P. Kennedy half-dollar proves that rarity does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers through subtle details, small errors, and exceptional preservation. Those who listen carefully and study closely are the ones who benefit most. Now we arrive at the moment everyone waits for: the value and worth of this coin. A normal circulated 1998 P. Kennedy half-dollar is generally worth face value. Uncirculated examples with average quality usually sell in the real market for amounts described in words as a few dollars. High-grade uncirculated coins with strong strike and original luster can reach values in words of several tens of dollars. Coins with confirmed double die errors, missing designer initials, major mint errors, or top-level graded condition have achieved auction prices described in words as reaching into the hundreds and, in rare cases, the low thousands at major auctions. Coin number 6. We are exploring a coin that creates confusion, curiosity, and excitement among collectors all over the world. Many people search for it as the Lincoln half-dollar 1918, but the truth behind this coin makes the story even more fascinating. In 1918, there was no half-dollar with Abraham Lincoln's portrait, yet this coin belongs to the powerful Lincoln era of American history, struck during World War I and representing one of the most beautiful half-dollar designs ever made by the United States Mint. The 1918 half-dollar is officially known as the Walking Liberty half-dollar, but collectors often associate it with the Lincoln era because it was minted while Lincoln's legacy strongly shaped American values, patriotism, and freedom. This coin reflects those ideals perfectly. Lady Liberty is shown walking confidently toward the rising sun, carrying branches of laurel and oak, symbols of peace and strength. The design itself already makes this coin highly desirable, but its rarity and errors are what truly elevate its status. By 1918, the United States was deeply involved in World War I. Silver was in demand, production pressures were intense, and the minting process was far from perfect. This created an environment where mistakes happen more often than collectors realize today. Millions of these coins were melted, worn down, or lost over time, making surviving examples far scarcer than original mintage numbers suggest. Collectors pay close attention to 1918 half-dollars because of known rare varieties. Some coins were struck weakly, especially on Liberty's hand and the date. Others showed doubled details in the lettering and motto. There are also examples with dramatic die cracks, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. These are not damage from use, but true mint errors created during production, and they are the reason some of these coins become extremely valuable. Another important factor is the mint mark. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints each produced half-dollars in 1918, and some mint mark combinations are much rarer in high grades. Finding a sharply struck example with strong detail on Liberty's gown, clear rays of the sun, and a bold eagle on the reverse is extremely difficult. Many coins were weakly struck due to worn dies, which makes high-quality pieces even more desirable for collectors. This coin represents more than silver. It represents survival. It represents American strength during one of the most difficult periods in history. When you hold a 1918 half-dollar, you are holding a piece of wartime America, A coin that passed through the hands of workers, soldiers' families, and everyday citizens trying to endure uncertain times. This is why collectors carefully examine every example. Even a coin that looks ordinary at first glance may hide a valuable error or rare strike characteristic. Magnification, lighting, and patience are key. Many valuable examples have been discovered in old collections where the owner never realized what they had. Now let us talk about value, because this is what every collector wants to know. In today's real market, a worn 1918 half dollar typically sells for several tens of dollars because of its silver content. Well-preserved examples can be worth hundreds of dollars. Coins with rare mint marks, strong strikes, or confirmed mint errors have achieved auction results in the thousands of dollars, and exceptional high-grade specimens have reached values of tens of thousands of dollars at major auctions. Coin number 7. We are uncovering a modern United States coin that many people overlook, yet serious collectors know it carries a hidden story. This is the rare Kennedy half dollar from the year 2000 with the P Mint mark, struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, it looks like a normal modern coin, but when you listen carefully and understand its background, rarity, and errors, you will see why this coin has become increasingly interesting in the collector world. The Kennedy half dollar was introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, and for decades it symbolized American history, leadership, and national pride. By the year 2000, half dollars were no longer commonly used in everyday transactions. Many people rarely saw them in circulation, and banks often did not release them. This limited use is one of the first reasons the 2000 P Kennedy half dollar stands out. Fewer coins entered daily commerce, and many were stored away or ignored completely. Another important factor is how these coins were distributed. In the year 2000, most Kennedy half dollars were produced primarily for collectors and not widely released into circulation. This means many examples stayed in rolls, mint sets, or storage, while circulated pieces became surprisingly scarce. Collectors today often struggle to find naturally circulated examples compared to earlier decades. Now let us talk about what truly excites coin lovers: errors and varieties. Some 2000 P Kennedy half dollars were struck with off-center designs, where part of the coin image is shifted away from the center. Others show clipped planchets, where a small portion of the coin is missing due to a metal cutting error. There are also examples with die cracks running across Kennedy's portrait or through the lettering, creating dramatic raised lines that collectors love. Another valuable feature to watch for is weak or strong strikes. Some coins show unusually sharp details in Kennedy's hair and facial features, while others reveal weakness due to worn dies. Coins with exceptional strike quality are much harder to find and are highly desired in high grades. Doubling in the lettering, especially in the words Liberty and In God We Trust, can also appear on some examples, adding even more interest and value. Condition plays a massive role in collectability. Because these coins were often stored casually, many developed marks, dull surfaces, or spots over time. Finding a pristine example with original luster, clean fields, and strong detail is far more difficult than people expect. Professional grading can transform a simple modern half dollar into a premium collectible when it achieves a top grade. For collectors, the 2000 P Kennedy half dollar represents a lesson. Not all valuable coins are old or made of silver. Some become valuable because of low circulation, collector handling, minting mistakes, and survival in top condition. This coin reminds us to look twice at modern issues, because rarity sometimes hides in plain sight. Imagine this coin sitting quietly in a drawer, a roll, or a forgotten collection, waiting for someone to recognize its potential. Every coin tells a story, and this one tells a story of transition, from circulating money to collector-focused production. That shift alone makes it historically important. Now let us talk about value. In today's real market, a normal circulated 2000 P Kennedy half dollar is usually worth only a few dollars. Uncirculated examples in high grade can sell for tens of dollars. Coins with verified mint errors or top professional grades have sold at auction for hundreds of dollars, and rare standout error examples have reached values in the thousands of dollars.